to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
And we are back. A little midweek podcast for y'all. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
What's up, man? Feels good to be back.
Yes, it does. We're just gotta update everyone and just talk a little bit about what's been going on with Tickle and Anderson and all these injuries. And we got, another race right around the corner. The end of the year is winding down. It's a little busy time.
I know. I'm so upset. I saw that we're coming up to round 15th, and I'm like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean?
This is about it. We're just about over, because we got Gillette Stadium this weekend, home of the Patriots, who suck.
That's right.
That's
What?
right. You said
Number
that's
one
right.
team.
You said that's right after I said that.
Oh,
So.
you got me.
And then Salt Lake City, and then Sam Boyd Stadium. So you know what that is? That is 3 stadiums with no roof. So we could still see another mud race. I know it's supposed to be a little chilly in Massachusetts this weekend, but
Yeah, there's a little bit of a chance of raining throughout the week, but definitely the temperatures are going to go down, and just excited for another afternoon of racing, I should say, not night of racing, since it's going to be an afternoon race. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be on Fox, right? Regular Fox?
Yes, sir. Network Fox. I'm going to have to make sure I get my picks in very early this week, even though I'm pretty sure I'm already out of the fantasy, running. But it will be...
Yeah, the bike, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to that bike, and maybe I'll be like one of those like people who like someone wins the lottery and then everyone like stalks that person, like asks them for money and stuff. So maybe I'll try and I'll see who wins the bike and then just stalk him and see if he'd let me ride it or something. But
hey, what's up, man? Hey, I'm Adam. I was in the race too. I didn't win the bike. I know you did, but can I ride it?
Yeah, at one point I was in 5th place. I was looking really good for me winning this bike, but then I missed a week and then sucked the other weeks. But yeah, ride please. But I'm looking at the weather for Gillette Stadium this weekend. The high on Saturday is 51 and the low is 34. So
it's a little chilly. That's awesome.
A little chilly, yeah. It's very chilly. So that sucks for the riders and everyone who actually thought winter was over and like spring and summer was
Can we do
here.
a snow race? Would they race in the snow? Like if it snows?
They better. You would think so.
We're about to find out, I guess. All right.
The baseball they play in the snow. So if they can do it, yeah, you can for sure do it.
Yeah, football, soccer, everybody plays in the snow except for golf, but it's a summer sport.
Hey, maybe they should have a snow round on there, though. That'd make it a little interesting.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, it would.
Get it?
It would be cool. It would definitely be cool. That is for sure. So yeah, that's kind of what the weather looks like this week. We'll follow it. It's supposed to rain Thursday and Friday, so who knows? Maybe that'll shift into Saturday. Hope not, but like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But there are a couple other big stories that have been, on everyone's mind after what happened in Minneapolis. And one of those is Jason Anderson getting docked one position in the second main and then losing the overall because of that. He was on...
Yeah, he's definitely not happy about it. He was... he makes sure that, people know what
I'm
his
not
opinion
happy about
is.
it. Yeah, here's what he said.
Well, in the rule book, it says you're not allowed to gain positions and you got to enter the track at the safest spot. So I didn't gain any positions, and I lost 5.
All right, yeah, so that's what he said. The rule book says you can't gain any, advantage, and he lost 5 positions, so he felt that he didn't gain an advantage. But the AMA seems to think that he should have, just not even went off the track in the first place and just stayed on the track.
Yeah,
but it's
and
weird.
And that's what I don't get. Okay, so he didn't get out of the track because he wanted to. He obviously made a mistake trying to pass Brayton and got, turned away, kind of like Savacci did in the mud race too.
Exactly. He clipped,
he just kind of got turned
Brayton
away.
and
Well,
Yeah, he clipped him and he was just facing off the track. Like his bike was already pointed off the track and we didn't really get to see on camera what happened, but it looks like he just went straight.
Exactly. He just kind of went out of the track. You know, he went around the tough block and then he just stayed on it. And he, like he said, he went on the track on the safest spot possible, like the rule book said. So I guess, and I don't get it because they were saying how they were, you know, yes, the rule book says, you know, you're supposed to do that. And then if you don't, you get docked a position. So, which is what he got. He got docked a position because of what the rule book says. So I don't get it. So is it because did he gain a, like, I don't get why he's getting that one taken away.
Yeah, and on the results page, it said he was docked a position because he was on the throttle off of the track.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what are they trying to say now? Because they said that it was because he was on the throttle, which he obviously does not look like he's on the throttle. He's just trying to get back on the track and in the safest way possible.
We've seen people on the throttle off the side of the track, and it's a damn ice rink out there. So if he was on the throttle, he definitely would be on the ground. We would know. We would know if he was on the throttle.
He'll be whipping that back tire for sure.
So many times this year. We've seen it almost every race, it seems like. There's someone off the track that falls. So he didn't fall. So apparently, like, obviously, he wasn't going, like, super fast. Obviously, well, this one was different because there was, like, plywood set down. It wasn't just a, concrete floor or whatever. But still.
That plywood's dangerous, though, still.
I mean, you got to use your judgment there. It's like you look at him. He doesn't look like he's trying to gain an advantage. He's standing up on it. He's just, like, kind of putting through. And he loses five positions. Like, how much of an advantage can he actually be gaining?
Exactly. So, if anything, they should give him a position because he lost 5. You know, if they're saying they will take as many positions as positions that you gained, they would, they should give him some then. Yeah,
he actually should have won that race.
Yeah, this is what they, so Mike Polier, I guess he's the AMA Supercross manager. He explained that gaining an advantage doesn't only mean gaining positions. It was still faster for Anderson to ride down the side of the track and re-enter at the end of the rhythm lane that it would have been for him to stop and re-enter the track exactly where he went off of it at the start of the rhythm lane. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So he got bumped. He went out. So he obviously went around. He's trying to go back in the track the safest way possible. There's stop blocks all the way down that lane. He can't just, jump on them or whatever. I don't get it, man. It seems a little unfair.
And he was, obviously, if you include that corner before the rhythm, like he was completely stopped in that corner. So it's not like he was stopped and then he went and still gained an advantage. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's a conspiracy out there to take down Anderson.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, I'm not anti-Anderson. I'm just more of a battle championship, but I'm not going to do this to the guy, This is another thing they said. It said the Supercross rule book says that if riders are found to have an advantage while riding off the track, they will lose any positions gained and then an additional position. So since Anderson didn't gain, quote unquote, any positions or any spots, they only penalized him with that one position. So why is he getting penalized again? I don't know.
It beats me.
And I'm Team Anderson on this one.
There was this little whatever it's called, like a documentary movie thing there called the Tar Wars game. It was called like the making of the Tar War games. It was about this baseball game. Have you ever heard of this ever?
No, go ahead.
All right, so it's about this baseball game in like the 80s where the Kansas City Royals were playing the Yankees, and then one of the Royals players had too much tar on his bat. They're saying he'd had too much tar. And bottom of the ninth inning, he hits a game-winning home run against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. And then the Yankee Stadium coach comes out yelling, blah, 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 blah. Look at this bat. There's too much pine tar on it. There's too much pine tar on it, even though it wasn't in the area where the ball is being hit or anything. But it was technically a rule that you can only have like so much pine tar up, like how high up it can go on the bat and whatever. And
Okay.
they made such a fuss about it that they took the home run away, and then it ended up being a losing walk-off home run. So they lost the game because of it. And then it turned into this whole fiasco where they like went to court and like were protesting the rules and had lawyers and all this stuff to happen.
That is crazy. I've never heard of this, but that's insane. So
yeah, so it's kind of the same thing, like where there's like some like kind of bullshit rule, and then somebody just complains enough about it, and then they're like, oh, well, I guess we do have to do something. But if I was Anderson,
oh yeah, it is.
Anderson should protest
exactly,
it. He should definitely protest that.
I would. Yeah, I definitely would. Just because, like we said, he didn't get any positions, and they said, they will get a position docked if they seek to get any advantage. He didn't get any advantage though. But while riding off the track, if anything, he, like we just played in the video, he lost about 5 positions, which he did. Everybody saw it. So
I guess we gotta take the
man.
stopwatch out and be like, all right, we'll see how long it took him to go from point A to point B, and then like time him on the lap before where he does the rhythm section, and then see. I mean, that's the only way I guess you can tell, or else it's all just judgmental.
There we go. We're gonna Science of Supercross episode right here. We're gonna do it for next week or for Vegas.
That's right. I'll do it before next episode. I'll do it tonight, and we'll let you know the results of that tomorrow.
That's crazy. That's insane. Like Anderson, we got your back, man. Like I know we try to get you to lose races and stuff, but we don't mean it in a bad way. We just mean it in a more competitive championship for everyone. But in this case, man, that's
not
up,
the way
bro.
to do it. Definitely not the way to bring that championship any closer. Not that it would make that big of a difference, but I mean,
but still, he got robbed of maybe winning a race.
If he gained any advantage, it's got to be like a fraction of a second, probably not even a full second. So I'm like, I can't believe that would even happen,
bro. Even if it is faster, let's say, oh my God, it's a whole second faster. He did not gain any positions though.
That's exact.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. He definitely did not gain any positions.
And he entered at a safe spot, like the rule book says. Like he was going by the book. So this is going back to the whole Tickle thing. Breaking the book. This is Anderson trying to be with the book and still getting fucked.
I
so
think the
they
AMA,
pretty much do whatever the hell they want.
The AMA wants the riders to like turn around on the track, to be like, go in the middle of the track, turn around, go backwards on the track, and then turn around and go forward. I think that's what they want, because Savacci, what else was he gonna do? Because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
to him.
We're gonna go back to our signal, man. We're gonna go back to 1, 2, 3. Lasso, right. Thumbs up.
That's
go.
right. He pulled on the track too soon. Before he pulled on, he should have stopped, put his hands in the air, give a little signal to the AMA guy, maybe like flip him off or something. Just let him know that you're taking a little extra, an extra beat. All right. So that's, well, like I said, I'll put a video on the Instagram where I'll time it all out and stuff. But besides that, let's move on to these other guys.
Play the clip again, please. Play the clip, the Anderson clip again.
Play the Anderson clip again. All right, I'm pulling it up right now.
You still got it up?
Yeah, let me go to...
Side of the racetrack and then goes down along the side.
This is from Anderson's Twitter, so...
He'll be penalized for that.
Well, in the rule book, it says you're not allowed to gain positions and you got to enter the track at the safest spot. So I didn't gain any positions, and I lost 5. It's opinion.
Exactly. So...
Yeah.
Team Anderson and Team AMA, let us know.
All right, so we'll keep everyone updated on what happens with that. And also, if you have any thoughts, feel free to hit us up on Instagram at MXSX Podcast, or email us at mxssxpodcast@gmail.com, or tweet us at MXSX Podcast, or Facebook us at MXSX Podcast. Yeah,
Snapchat,
or call Claudio
MXSX
at
Podcast.
863. All right, so let's move on to some injury updates. Actually, we don't really have much injury updates. It's kind of the same that we had.
Yeah, we're not exactly. We're just reassuring what we talked about in our last podcast, which was Cooper Webb and Austin Faulkner. Cooper Webb did announce that he indeed fractured his tibia.
Sucks.
So he will be out. There's still no word on who's gonna step in for him or step up for him. But I would think it will be Josh Hill, right?
Yeah, you would think so. I've seen videos of him riding and stuff, so maybe, but I don't know. I literally have zero idea. So my guess
he's
is
been
as
riding
good
this
as
Yamaha, this monster Yamaha that he got from the guys, I guess. But I don't think that means that conspiracy theory against Cooper Webb as well.
Do we even know
Little Mouse and Josh Hill can
what
ride.
exactly happened to him?
No, I guess he got landed on in one of the rhythm sections.
He got landed on and broke his leg?
Start. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it says. That's what he's saying. So
Does it say who landed on him?
no, not yet. And I haven't find any videos. We'll look and see if we can find one and
I
put it up.
scoured that
But yeah,
video.
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I skimmed through all that video like a freaking investigator, like an FBI investigator and stuff, looking in all the corners and stuff to see if I could see anything.
Look at the
And
angles.
I couldn't find anything. There was zero footage of this incident. So, like I said, we'll just have to keep posted and see if anything else gets released on that.
First main event. If you guys have anything, let us know. Like Adam just said, anything at MXSX Podcast.
Yeah, it just sucks for him.
Yeah.
Usually, though, when you break your
same
leg,
thing
you
with
break both bones. Because whenever I broke my leg, I broke them both. So he only broke one. It seems more like he got ran into or something. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like like right before the rhythm section, like he said, a lot of riders coming out together, just got bumped or something, landed on, there's a lot of riders at the start, so.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll try and keep everyone posted on that. And Faulkner, our other injury, he is out for the season.
Yes. Yep.
Collarbone, just kind of exactly.
Yeah, he's out with his left collarbone, like we mentioned in the last podcast as well. He will be out for the remainder of the season, hopefully back for motocross.
That sucks for him too. I've broken my collarbone 3 times, and just sleeping is the worst. It's the worst part. So I'm sure he's all these people all the motocrossers have I broke that. Oh, broke that too. Oh, that injury. Yep, done that too. They're always banged up. Always banged up. All right, and one other thing that we got to talk about is Broc Tickle. Failing his piss test, just pissing out methylhexaneamine.
Yeah, if you don't know, well, Broc Tickle has been suspended. That's why he wasn't racing last weekend in Minneapolis. He was suspended due to urine sample collected. The WADA anti-doping, which is what the Olympics and all the big stuff uses for drug testing. He tested positive, I guess, for a substance that Adam just mentioned.
Methylhexaneamine. I can't even say it right anymore. Methylhexaneamine. Methylhexaneamine.
So I guess it was found in his urine from a test done back in San Diego. So we talked about it in one of the podcasts the other day, and here's a little update on it. So yeah.
I've been trying to find more information on it. I mean, obviously we've heard it's a stimulant. It was developed as an ingredient of nasal decongestants and has since become a component of certain supplements.
There you go.
And
That's
it
how you
says
can
here, I thought this was interesting. Also used as a recreational drug in New Zealand. So
they know how to party over there, though.
Yeah, they're over there in their nightclubs and stuff, just popping methylhexaneamine. Yeah, or who knows what they're doing. Okay, well that kind of reminds me. Okay, so I went to try and buy some. I'm trying to see what ingredient, what supplements and stuff I can buy it in. A couple things showed up just at the top whenever you're on Google, where it just says shopping stuff, but I don't think it's in any of this stuff. But I did find you can just buy a bag of it on what is it called?
Craigslist?
Yeah, the Craigslist of sports drugs or something.
Kidding, but
No, it's like Doctor Pharmacy or something. Trusted Online Farm is where I found it.
Super trusted, right?
Methylhexaneamine powder, $70, $70 for a gram. And that's like serious drug money, you know? Like the Colombians will be freaking they're in the wrong business, you know?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess there's not a big addiction to methylhexaneamine, but $70 for a gram. So if he was doing that, then he had to have known he was doing it if he's paying $70 a gram for it. But maybe it was
that KTM
mixed
money.
in something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is. Yep, hopefully he wasn't spending KTM's money on that. That's for sure. Because it's looking like he's going to have to give all of his money back to KTM because there's a clause in his contract.
Yeah, I guess there was an interview with Roger DeCoster, and which everybody knows who Roger DeCoster is, right? Yep. He's a team manager for Red Bull KTM.
Former badass.
Broc Tickle,
yeah.
Marvin Muskin. I guess he mentions in one of the interview he mentions that there is, if he was to test positive and they do find him guilty, there's a area, I guess, or
a clause
on their contract with the Red Bull KTM, a clause, yeah. I guess any money that's been gained or earned with KTM has to be paid back to KTM. So
that sucks, giving all his money back. So he's going to be fighting that because that really, really, really sucks. Who else? They said a couple other riders were like drug tested on the same day. You told me that, right?
Yes, they also tested Osborne.
Okay.
And he came out negative.
Osborne?
And then also Marvin. Yeah, so their main focus wasn't
this in San Diego, a West Coast race?
Yes, but they tested the Alden factory guys, I guess,
Oh, okay.
Whoever was trained, because they mentioned something in Alden and his program, that is very regiment or whatever, and they all kind of do the same thing just because that's what the program is. So
yeah, and there's a lot of articles on here going back to like 2009, 2010 about all these other people like getting banned for it. Like a group of Jamaican sprinters tested positive. Some Indian
the ones from
athletes.
Cool Runners.
Say what?
The ones from Cool Runners.
Yeah, Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bobsled team. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie.
That is a great movie. Let's back to Tickle.
Yeah, a dozen Indian athletes,
a lot of riders. 9
Australian athletes, most recently high profile, blah, 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 rugby players. This was all back in 2010, so they were banning people. So, I mean, it's definitely been around for a little bit. We just didn't know about it because, we don't know that kind of stuff.
Well, because it's a prohibited substance, so
yeah,
that's why we wouldn't know about it. So I guess they tested those guys and they came up negative, since they were all training together. And another
fun fact.
Yeah, another thing that, no, not really fun fact, but, another thing that people are really talking about is how long this ban is going to be, that he won't be able to ride. Because it's pretty much fucked, dude, because FIM pretty much runs
everything
that has to be the motorcycle. So he can't go to Europe. He might be able to go to like Canada, because I don't think they're FIM over there.
Damn.
But I want to say they are, but I don't think they are.
Okay.
So yeah, he might have to start looking for another round. Maybe Australia.
He's gonna have to like start looking for another job. 2 years. If he's off for 2 years, is which someone.
Well, they're talking about maybe 4 years.
4 years.
Because WADA or WADA punishment is 4 years, since they're, is a term that fits the Olympic competition cycles, which is every 4 years. So.
All right, so here's my take on the drugs. I think that, all right, so I think I said a podcast or two ago or whatever that I thought it was cool if everyone should be able to like do drugs and stuff, like if they want steroids and whatever. But the difference is between like MMA, like UFC or like football. Like whenever those people get all jacked up and they're hitting people, then you get like, people being like, yo, I don't want to be hit with a guy who's been like juicing up on steroids and stuff, But motocross,
Yes.
It's like you're not hitting people. Like how it can only be benefited so much by drugs. I mean, the rest of it comes down to skill and I don't know. I just think it's
you're just nuts.
You think of these, they're just trying to be their best self, like, oh, I'm just trying to be as good as I can be. Oh, if this makes me a little bit better, I want to be as good as I can be,
Yeah, but it's supposed to be you. We're not going to talk about this again. You need to stop hitting that methylhexaneamine. You're gonna end up like Tickle.
All right. Well, that's what I thought. I was like, so I started off thinking like, it should be allowed, even if it is banned or whatever. Maybe it shouldn't be banned. But then at the same time, if he's paying $70 for a gram for it and knows it's banned, then yeah, he should for sure be punished. But that sucks.
Also, I feel like they would do it for health issues as well. I don't think juicing it up and doing all this like physical stuff, it's good for you.
Or you think the FIM cares about his health, cares about our health?
Well, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
they have to. If they don't care about the health, then they're not making any money. They need to get the show going. The best athletes in the world, right here.
Oh, and this is a little off topic, but since it just popped in my head, I'm gonna say it. How many years before we see like a UFC kind of league where they like fight to the death on like live TV? Do you think we're far from that, or do you think we'll never see that?
So far, just because it probably is happening right now. It is off topic, dude. We shouldn't even be talking about this in the podcast. Like, people are gonna get bored. But yeah, it's off topic, and it's probably already happening. They just don't film it on TV because it's not, I don't know, socially right or whatever.
Well, think about it though. No, I mean, they would like all the contestants would like voluntarily sign up, but I mean the prize would be like $10 million. Like, yo, one of you's gonna win $10 million, one of you's not. One of you is not. But I just thought, I don't know why I thought about that. I was thinking about all these drugs and all these
that's
competition.
Exactly. Stop hitting the methylhexaneamine. I think you know how much it is, and that's why you come in with all these prices. But anyways, don't let Adam scare you away from the podcast. It's actually really good. Don't forget to give us a follow at MXSX Podcast.
That's right. That's right. And for all of you out there, be careful with your methylhexamine doses. Hexanamine, my bad. I can't even pronounce it.
Don't do drugs.
But yeah, thanks everyone. Follow us on Instagram at MXSX Podcast, and we will see you next time. Peace.
See ya.